Hello everybody, welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV. I accidentally started the quest last time. Sorry about that. That's fine. We'll keep going. Until our battle earlier, I hadn't called upon the darkness in time. In truth, I find light better fit these days. Ever since you left, we've been roaming the void in search of individuals who would join our cause. Although we returned to the Red Moon after seeing Enno's presence, rarely do we linger in a single location. However, if the interloper you spoke of does intend to seek me out, it might be wise to return to my domain. Why don't you join us? With Enno defeated, the source should be in no imminent danger. Sure, how do I get there? Good, we'll wait for you by the crater. So, do you think this is setting up a raid tier or something? Like we kind of do, we usually often do that a little bit. I feel like spending an expansion in the void would be really boring. I feel like it'd be really boring. When I saw the trailer for this, the patch 7.5, I was a bit worried that that's where it was going, that we were going to be spending an expansion right there. But luckily, that was not right. Luckily, that's not the case. I'm not sure I really am mentally ready for another void raid or inspired voidy sort of thing. But maybe it could be cool. I don't know. Just a thought. There's a teleporter situated between here and the great center of the moon. I use it to travel to the surface in days long past, though I seldom had need, once my generals were in place. Inagrum herself crafted a device that may lay low the servant of light. Ironic that we now use it seeking to restore light to the void. Forgive my idle reminiscence. 'Tis time we made our descent. Yeah, okay. I mean, I don't see any point to me hanging around out here. Oh my god. Though it was not always so. Many who live here now have chosen to do so because they support the cause. Indeed, our numbers continue to grow. We might require more territory. Thankfully, we are able to harness the residual ether from Barbarissa's domain. Those reserves will enable me to expand mine as need arises. Right, we need to prepare for our potential guest. Join me in my abode when you're ready. This is nice. This statue kind of means a bit more now, eh? Look, its arm's broken, but it's still there. Hey. I went to the entirety of Zerubus to save the world, but my faith was misplaced. In the end, it was Zero who brought us hope. She is the reason I keep coming back here day after day. Oh, okay. What about Blob Boy over here? This must be combat. I'll gladly consume his ether. If I stood straight chance and not been called up first. What? Excuse me? What, you'd sworn off ether? What's up, my flare? Hello. Ever since I brought you to this domain, our numbers have swelled. We've grown tired of conflict. Yeah. I get it. This nice little thing. Oh, the house is actually over here. Oh, one of these guys up here. They're over the bath. What the hell? No longer will I partake of the ether of other beings. Not even if I shrivel and starve. Okay. That's nice. I imagine you remember these. Not really. If I'm 100% obvious. The transmitters we used to receive light from the first. Oh, okay, sure. If memory serves, they work channeling excess ether left in wake of the flood into the Crystal Tower. Using the tower's cross-rift travel capabilities, light is then converted into the 13th, and those into these devices. I have mine to use them now, but they need to be set in an elevated location. Your assistance would be greatly appreciated. What? Okay, sure. I guess I'll take this one. An elevated position, huh? Ah, all the way up here. It looks like... Yeah, it looks like we have to go up this way. There's that, like, flashback dungeon, right? For the Void. Like, is this area reminiscent of that area? Do we know? Do we know what this town is, like, reminiscent of? I mean, it kind of, in a weird way, gives me kind of Lakeland vibes, but I don't know why. I feel like it's probably just, like, the architecture, maybe.
Upon activation, these transmitters will shine with light from beyond, sent courtesy of our ever-watchful friends. They will serve as beacons in the dark for those that would seek me out.
Oh, okay. Just say you were creepy with, like, a gacha game? You turn it on, Steve shows up. Here he comes.
I did not expect to see you here.
I am Zero, and this is my domain. Among those gathered here, many aspire to restore this world to how it once was.
Such a thing is possible?
Indeed. Though how long the endeavor will take, I cannot say. But for those of us abandoned by death itself, what do we have but time to try?
Very well. This light is ample proof your comrade spoke true. However long it takes to restore our world, you shall have my aid.
And you shall have mine.
You seem bigger than before. Is it? You just like, is it? We pulled an A rank and now you're hanging out. All right. It seems Julius's, that's not his name. Intervention has helped forge a new bond. Thank you for bringing word to me. I'll gather you'll head home sooner rather than later. You will not be able to return to Zero's domain. You certain you wish to leave? I mean, I guess, right? There's not much else for us to do here, I would imagine. Other than, like, having the final chat with Golbez, but I think it would probably be alright to leave. Let's return to the Red Moon. I'm sure you won't begrudge me a proper farewell. No, of course not. I'm sure all my... I just remembered...
a message to Euless for me.
Euless, I need to...
Tell him that we're
Bit
making
of brain.
progress towards rebuilding our home. And I hope that he is too.
It just kind of... That Zero's like, hey, yeah, like, the source isn't in imminent danger. You come hang out for a little while, right? And we're like, yeah, sure, okay. Meanwhile, Y'shtola and Graha are freaking out, dude. Like, I've just vanished. I love that. Oh, my poor boy. I need to go see him. Tell him it's okay.
Enuo's Memoria will be safe here.
Okay.
The crystal containing Zeromus has been passed on to our allies in the First. If Enuo's Memoria might serve them in restoring their world, we shall likewise consider its transfer.
How much simpler it would be to aid one another in our respective fights. Safe travels, my friend.
Don't worry, one day.
We take comfort in the knowledge that you're out there fighting too, wherever you may be.
So judging by Evercole's trailer, though, we're going to be able to bring other people through the portals, right?
It appears he's not in Mare Lamentorum.
I'd love if it opened up slightly in the sky and it just like fell flat on my face outwards. Oh, there I am. He's like, what the fuck? This fucking guy?
Is that?
Hey, here I am.
God, you had us worried. You suddenly disappeared. We didn't know what to think.
Sorry about that.
Shortly after you vanished, the Void-Sent incursion abruptly ended. We surmised you had a hand in that, but never did it cross our minds that you were fighting alongside Zero and Golbez.
This golden path you said you traversed wasn't visible to us either. Nor did we hear a voice. Ethos. Might this be the key's true name?
Right, hold on, I need to write that down. Ethos. That seems important.
While many mysteries remain, for now, I am glad to learn the state of affairs in the 13th. Golbez's suspicion that the barrier twixt worlds has begun to weaken 'twould certainly explain the surge in fissures manifesting in the source.
Yet what could be behind such a phenomenon?
Uh-oh. It's bad, lady.
And who might you be? Not a Void-Sent, I'd wager.
Angry's got like a sixth sense. He's like, no. Assy indeed.
Greetings.
It's like, I've been possessed before. I know what that feels like. I get it.
I am Helmarut of the Asians.
Do we want to take a quick picture of that sign?
We are your sworn foes, I know. But on this occasion, will you not put away your arms?
Oh, flowers.
I wish only to talk.
I would not relax. Like, I'm sorry, I would not relax. I'd be like, yeah, alright, talk, but like, I'm ready to draw my weapon if I need to.
Bereft of the Unsundered, we were under the impression you and yours no longer had cause to continue your activities, that you should reveal yourself at this juncture. I assume you are the one who bestowed Calyx with the knowledge of summoning and the reflections.
Yes, that is correct.
Is it correct? I don't know.
Was it necessary to reveal my present form as well?
Calyx. So he succeeded in transferring his memories after all.
Be at ease. Even were I to occupy a combat-oriented vessel, I would not have the ability to defeat you. You destroyed my plan, my life's work. I have naught to replace it, nor will I ever regain what I once had.
If you wish to speak, Helmarut, will you not tell us what it is that you hope to accomplish?
As you
What about
know, our star Aetheris was sundered into 4 and 10 shards in the time of the Ancients.
Why do you say it like that? 4 and 10 shards.
As the will of the star, Hydaelyn perpetuated this unnatural division for millennia, and in the wake of her passing, nature has begun to reassert itself. As a wound knits itself together, the star seeks to become whole once more. Yes, it seeks to rejoin with all of its shards. Unlike the one we Asians attempted to orchestrate, however, the star's rejoining will afford mankind no special treatment. All life and matter will be condensed into a single whole, and remade for a new beginning. A complete rebirth. Aetheris will return to the way it once was. Hundreds of millions of years past. To a quiet and peaceful time. Long before the light of mankind was kindled.
Supposing for a moment we believe you, how can you possibly know all this?
It is an inevitability that I have foreseen since time immemorial. A future that awaits should creation be freed from the influence of Hydaelyn and Zodiac.
So us getting rid of Hydaelyn and Zodiac is what's caused this.
The star is tolerant to life. It holds no grudges, and neither rages nor weeps for being sundered. Yet by the same token, it is indifferent to life's survival. No amount of devastation and death can compel it to stop the wheels of creation from turning. The earth shakes, and mountains spew fire. Floods wash away the fruits of labor, and icy winds freeze and starve. Countless perish as nature runs its course. So many seeds of life have already been lost, yet in spite of this, people continue to believe that the morrow will come. But it will not. For nothing lies beyond the solstice, when all creation is reunited. When that day comes, every last trace of mankind shall be erased. I cherish man's journey. Despite losing his innocence and being made to live with suffering, he has forged ever onward. Strong, even as he is weak, his is a proud tale in the history of the star. It would be a shame for that tale to end. For all to wither and die, when some might yet survive. Would you not agree?
If a natural rejoining doth lead unto the solstice, then thine intent is to preemptively rejoin the worlds.
Correct. It was for this very purpose that Halmarut recruited suitable collaborators from the Reflections. Individuals like me, who would willingly doom another world in order to fulfill their aspirations.
Whatever, dude. This dude is so unhinged. To be like, to openly just state that. Be like, yeah, I mean, you know, to find someone like me who would willingly kill an entire planet. Like, okay.
The Winterers, we are called.
Oh my god, the
And
Winters.
If you and yours seek to protect all life, then sooner or later you shall have to contend with us.
I don't understand your
Even if everything you
reason
claim is true,
helping that.
what you've done, Calyx, it's unforgivable.
I do not ask that you be pragmatic, nor do I seek your approval. Given your familiarity with other reflections, 'tis only natural that you are averse to our methods. But there is one irrefutable fact that you must understand. Should we take no action at all, the solstice will come, and no one will be left alive. No one.
Okay. The solstice is the casual rejoining of all of the shards, right? Or the reflections. It's like the void is already starting to be re-eaten, and when that happens, that causes like a calamity of some sort where a planet is rejoined. There's still shards out there that haven't been fully rejoined, like the 9th, which was covered in lightning, and like the 4th, which we now know is covered in ice. And they would have rejoined all those things. If they rejoined the first, would everybody on the first would die, right? We can't just evacuate the first and let it happen. We can't just do that. For starters, we don't have the means to do that. But even if we did have the means to do that, meta-wise, okay, the gameplay-wise, it doesn't make sense. Because the Navrant is a zone, and they're not gonna, once you reach a certain point in the story, they're not gonna stop you from going to Navrant ever again. That's just not how the game is gonna work. So, the rejoining has to be more of a spiritual thing than an actual physical thing, right? So does that mean we just need to align ether, like we're already doing between the 1st and the 13th? Are we going to do that with other things? We're going to transfer the ice into a realm where there's fire, and a fire into the lightning, and lightning into the wind, you know, stuff like that, and have it all combined its ether so that balancing the ether of the shards, would that do the same thing, essentially? Is it because the ether is rejoining the source because of its imbalance is the problem? Is that the issue? Let's continue and see what they say.
Of course, should it serve to satisfy your ambition, you are welcome to deal with the reflections as you deem fit.
I'm sorry?
Like the pariah and wanderer who satisfied his own when he brought the star to the brink of ruin to face you.
Oh, thank God. That was almost too terrifying. For a split second, I was like, please do not tell me Xenos is back. For a split second. It could have been Xenos or Zero. Like, terrified me. It's just his weapon. I wonder why, though. I wonder why the weapon. That is somewhat interesting. There you are, one moment you've been standing before me, and the next you vanished into thin air. Thanks to all of you, the void scent would be eradicated and the gate lies sealed once more. There's been nary peep from the crater, although I can't help but notice none of you seem to share my enthusiasm. Something wrong? Well, there's a little bit wrong. There's too many people here. Well, aren't these guys supposed to disappear when I'm talking to people? The star seeks to become whole. But the preparations, as far as I'm aware, for Hydaelyn make no mention of natural rejoining. I ought to consult the records to be certain. But not before thanking you for dispatching the voice end so handily. You will and truly save the day. Well and truly. I'll take the money again, thanks. Moving that around, eh? The Ascians once labored to resurrect Zodiac and bring back those who rendered up their lives. They are summoning him. For the sake of those who now live, we've fought tirelessly to oppose them. If Hammerat doth truly seek a rejoining to avert the solstice, to ensure some survive, when otherwise all would perish, our interests are not so desperate. I feel like that's not the case. I feel like they are different in some regard. Trust the Ascians to be plotting something utterly unreprehensible. Though I am tempted to dismiss the perpetuative rejoining as an utterly absurd solution, her words are not to be taken lightly. To think of the individuals of Calyx, Ilk, and worse exist on other shards. Yeah, that's interesting, isn't it? You have to forgive me. I'm still coming to terms with it all. Amarat can't be speaking the truth, can she? You gotta tell me, Living Way. You realize present circumstances are hardly conducive to do so, but please try to get some rest while you can. I know you would be exhausted after the trials in the void. Thanks, Living Way. Good to know you're not deading way. Alright, Alphino. Next time, Trail to the heavens. Fuck. Trail to the heavens. Man, this is the end of the patch. It's a quick one. It's a super quick one. Obviously, part 2 will be, like, I genuinely don't remember, September? I think it's September, I think. But yeah, we'll talk about that next time. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you next time for Trail to the Heavens. Bye-bye.